Introduction, the most important stuff you need to learn about this company. Okay, so for those that don't know, I mean you can probably like Wikipedia and find it online, but Starbucks was originally founded in Seattle, Washington by three entrepreneurs with the name Jerry Baldwin, Zev Seifel, and Gordon Bowker. I think that's how you say it last name. They were founded on March 31st, 1971, so they'll be 50 years old next year. All right, a little brief overview about the economic environment that they're in. They're currently in the industry of retail market for coffee. Because they are like the first initial coffee shop to enter that market and become a public trading company, they are at the peak of it, so there are like high barriers to entry for other companies. According to data from IBIS World, which is like a industry analysis type of data website, they say that Dunkin' Brands is one of their top competitors. I kind of disagree, but that's data, that's what it shows. Starbucks has about 30% of market share within that industry of coffee selling, and then Dunkin' Donuts has 11%. Okay. So the stock price, when they first went public, it was selling at $17. I don't know how much that was worth then. Maybe the professor does, but I don't. But I'll joke aside. Okay.
Well, that was a joke?
No, it wasn't.
I'll laugh next time, I promise.
No, it's fine. All right, so they were trading at $17. Now they're currently at about $83, $84. Maybe it might have changed, but that's where they're selling at right now. And yeah, that's my part right there.
Alright, so myself and Max will be talking about the dividend discount model. Here's a graphical representation of the annual dividends paid out over the last 10 years or so. Running a regression analysis on this, we can come to a dividend growth rate of about 23%. Here's future dividend growth until the dividends reach a terminal growth of 3%. And calculating our stock price for the dividend discount model, here are some assumptions that we made. We got our beta of 0.52 from Finviz. We got our risk-free rate of 1.77%, and that is the 10-year T-bond rate currently. We used our market risk premium of 7.5%. Our cost of equity, we use the CAPM formula to calculate that. And like I stated earlier, the terminal growth is 3%. Dividend growth is about 23%, and that gives us a terminal value of $135.
Depending on our dividend discount model, we forecast that the stock price is $107, and compare with current stock price $83. We believe the Starbucks is undervalued around 22.68%, and we suggest to buy. Now pass to Jed, he will talk about comparable models.
The first step for our comparable model is we had to find Starbucks competitor, which we couldn't find no direct competitor, so we used industry. And as we found the industry financial data at Finviz, as well as the EPS forecast, which we got in our pro forma. And as to evaluate the intrinsic value, we had to use the market multiple method, which was different metrics to use to evaluate. Our group decided on the EPS metric, which we got the target company's EPS over EPS, which is Starbucks, and get the average industry, where we got on Finviz, which we got an intrinsic value of 138.93. We also had a 5-year forecast as in pro forma. Pro forma, we got all the EPS from 2019 to 2024. We could conclude the growth rate from year 1 to year 5. As that conclude, we could also find the intrinsic value from year 1 to year 5. As on the comparable model, it says the stock is trading at 138.93 compared to 83.02, which is trading at a discount at 40.24%, and it's telling us to buy.
determine the present value of the company. But it requires lots of detailed calculations to make the estimate of the intrinsic value of the stock. And each of these details and calculations and projections should be done very accurately, because it's very fundamental to be confident about your assumptions, because this model is very sensitive to any slight changes and errors in the projections. Therefore, I will introduce you to some facts and details that are behind our projections for the next 5 years. So, as you can see, in 2019, our revenue growth rate was only 7%, but how we got 9% of growth rate for 2020 and then 8,765 for the next 4 years. So we are very optimistic that Starbucks will continue to grow and increase its store sales, expand internationally, and build a global consumer packaged goods business. Because as you can see, only in 2019, Starbucks opened 947 net new company-owned stores in comparison to 2018, which was only 447 net new company-owned stores. Why I'm more focused on these numbers? Because company-owned stores make the greater proportion of the company's revenue. And in 2020, it expects to open even more, up to 2,000 new stores globally. So, but let's take a look at the operating income, which is the company's core business engine. So, in 2017 and 2018, as you can see on the chart, we had a decrease in operating income. The reasons were because the company was going through some changes in the and conversions in the market and the structures of the business. The goal was the China, so the target of China. So the goal was to make it 100% company owned. So Starbucks had to give up some of its other stores in North America and Canada to get those stores in China. So it was also involved in some partnership investment with Nestle, which brought about 7 billion revenue in addition to Starbucks income in 2018. But because of those changes and expansions, the company had a lot of addition to its operating expenses, and that's why in 2017 and in 2018 we had an increase in operating income. That's why when calculating our projections for the next 5 years, we took the base only the operating income of 2019 and got our rate from there. So after doing our projections, we ended up with negative additional funds needed, which is lots of excess cash. And you can see only in 2020 it is expected to be 46 million and 91 million and so on. So what's expected to be done with this excess cash? So the management has promised to direct those cash towards investors, and the company already put returns to 21 billion in the last 2 years. The breakdown was 12 billion in 2019 and 8.9 billion in 2018, and the target was to reach 25 billion in 3 years, which is 2020, and they're just 4 billion short of it. So based on those facts and details, we're very optimistic about Starbucks' future performance. So Gagan will present how those projections are reflected in the discount model.
Yeah, and to be able to calculate our weighted average cost of capital, we make assumptions and calculate some numbers. As we have learned from previous presentation, that we get revenue growth rate for 2020 to be 9%. We have predicted that by doing regression analysis based on the historical data. and then it's going to slowly go down until it hits that 3% of the terminal growth rate. So we think it's gonna be the 3% terminal growth rate because the estimated real GDP growth is for the long term is about from 2 to 3%. So we just simply do not believe that the Starbucks can outperform the GDP and the economy. So it's gonna move on with this highest rate of the growth 3%. So we have used the market risk premium 7.5, and after that we have calculated the capital structure of the company, which to be 90.08% of the equity and 9.92% of debt. So after calculating our cost of debt, pre-tax cost of debt to be 2.96% and our cost of equity, as Jessica mentioned in her presentation, to be 5.67%, we came up with a weighted average cost of capital of 5.44%. So by using this cost of capital and terminal growth rate, we came up with the following future cash flows and the terminal value, which leads us to intrinsic value of almost $123 billion. And with currently 1.2 billion shares outstanding, we calculated the intrinsic value per share to be $100.69. So after that, to have better understanding the relationship between terminal growth rate and weighted average cost of capital, we did some sensitivity analysis in many combination of cost of capital and terminal growth rate. And in any cases, wherever we got a higher price than the current market price, we mark it green to have better illustration of all the cases are like by indication for our investors. So, and to sum up with the dividend discounted model, I just want to go over that the current price is $83.02, and we have estimated the intrinsic value per share to be $100.69, which tells us that the stock trading currently is trading at 17.55% of the discount rate. Now my friend Terry is going to conclude our presentation.
Okay, I'm in there in the beginning. We're gonna turn 50 years in 2 years. Alright, just to do like a review pretty much of what we went over. Going when they did the dividend model, the price came out to be $107. Comparable model, as you can see, $143. And then the discounted cash flow model, about $100. The current stock price is relatively at $83 right now. Which model do we use and why? Dividend model, no, it's very aggressive. The dividend payouts are a little bit too high, not sustainable, and it wasn't really like a good estimation. Comparable model, simply because there's really not many direct competitors that we can evaluating like compared to Starbucks. Starbucks is pretty much like the head top dog in their industry right now. The discounted cash flow model, we said yes because we're confident in our estimation about the firm in this model, and we think that it provides the best estimation for the company. Okay. And as you mentioned, we use a DCF model because it's trading at 100 and the current stock price is at 83, which gives us a 17% discount, and that's why we would decide to buy the stock. And happy holidays and Thanksgiving and all of that.